Hi Harry, hi Olivia. So back to the Enchanted Wood. And if you remember yesterday, they met Moonface and they met Silky, the little elf, and they came down the slippery slip. So shall we see what happens today? The children talked about nothing but the faraway tree for days and days afterwards. And Bessie kept saying, "Don't forget we promised to make Moonface some toffee. Promises must never be broken." So when their mummy was out, not when their mummy was out, they asked their mummy if they could make some toffee. And she said, yes, of course they could. So when the grocer came that week, they went and they got all the ingredients they needed to make the toffee. Then Joe said, well, when are we going to take it to them? I think I might have to take it this afternoon because then no one else will know and no one will see me and I won't get caught by the elves and it'll be okay. So that's what they decided to do. So after tea, they got dressed and in their coats and jumpers and they went out to the faraway tree. Soon they were in the enchanted wood, but oh my goodness me, how different it was late in the day. It was alive with people and animals. Nobody took any notice at all of the children. And suddenly Joe said to Bessie, "There's a market over there. Look, there are necklaces made of painted acorns and brooches made of wild roses." But Bessie was looking at something else. A dance going on with fairies and pixies, all laughing and dancing together. Fanny was watching some elves growing toadstools. As fast as the toadstool grew, an elf laid a cloth on it, put glasses of lemonade and tiny biscuits. It was all like a strange dream. "Oh, I'm so glad we came here," said Bessie. "Who would have thought the enchanted wood would be like this at tea time?" Joe saw something else as well. It was a stout rope growing from branch to branch on the tree for people to hold on to when they wanted to go up the faraway tree. "Look at that," she said. "It will be so much easier to get up." The children decided to climb, so up and up they climbed. When they came to the window of the angry pixie, they found that he was in a good mood. And there he was, sitting smiling at his open window. So they said, "Hello," as they popped by. On and on they went, up and up, until they came to Silky's house. And they called out to her. She was baking. "Hello," she said, looking up and smiling. "Here you are again, just in time, because I'm making pop biscuits." Her silky golden hair stood out round her tiny little face, and she was red with all the baking. She was hot. We're taking a bag of toffees to Moonface," said Joe, "but do have one." Silky took one and then gave them each a pop biscuit. My goodness, how lovely they were, especially when they went pop in their mouths. "We mustn't stop, Silky," said Bessie. "We've still got a long way to go up the tree." "Well, look out for Mother Washalot's washing water," she said. "She's dreadful at tea time. She always wants to do her washing." The children went on up the tree. They passed Mr. What's-his-names. He was still fast asleep and snoring in his chair, just like Gigi. And they dodged Dame Washalot's washing when it came down the tree. "This really is the funniest tree I have ever seen. You never know what's going to happen." They pulled themselves up by the rope and at last came to the top, and they knocked on Moonface's yellow door. "Come in," yelled a voice, and in they went. Moonface was sitting on his curved bed, mending one of his cushions. "Hello," he said. "Did you bring that toffee in for me?" "Yes," said Joe, handing him the bag. "There's a lot there, Moonface. Half to pay you for last week's slippery slip, and half to pay you if you'll let us go down again tonight." "Oh my," said Moonface. "What lovely toffee." He crammed 4 large pieces into his mouth and sucked it with joy. "Is it nice?" said Bessie. Answered Moonface, quite unable to speak properly, for his teeth were all stuck together with the toffee. The children laughed. Is the roundabout land at the top of the faraway tree? Asked Joe. Moonface shook his head. What land is there now? Asked Fanny. Moonface made a face and screwed up his nose. Oh dear, we shan't be able to get anything out of him whilst he's eating the toffee. What a pity. I would have liked to have known what strange land was there tonight. I'll just go and peep, said Joe, jumping up. Moonface looked alarmed. He shook his head and caught hold of Joe. Oh, he cried. It's all right, Moonface. I'm only going to peep. Oh, cried Moonface in a fright, trying his best to swallow all the toffee. Joe didn't listen. He went out of the door with the girls and climbed up to the last branch of the faraway tree. What a strange land was above this time. Joe peered up through the dark hole in the cloud. He came to the little ladder that ran up the hole. He climbed up it. His head poked up into the land, and he gave a shout. Bessie! Fanny! It's a land of ice and snow! There are big white bears everywhere. Oh, do come and look. But then a dreadful thing happened. Something lifted Joe right off the ladder, and he disappeared into the land of ice and snow. Come back, Joe, come back, they all yelled. You mustn't even look, or the snowman will get you. But Joe was gone. Bessie looked at Moonface in dismay. What shall we do? So, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have to come back tomorrow to find out what happens when Joe gets stuck in the snow and ice land. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the chapter today. Lots of love from Grandma. Bye.